Hello and welcome to the Keach Hospice Care Stadium. We are just awaiting the two teams to come out. It's a big one tonight for Biggleswade United. If you are just joining us, it's Derby. Well, it's not Derby Day. It's Derby night at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium with Potton United coming to town in the B1040 derby between Biggleswade United and Potton United. These are the starting. This is the team for Biggleswade United. It is as follows. In goal, we have Ollie Leslie. Back to a back four this evening with Cameron Hyde, Joe Barrish, Jordan Wright, and Casey Zabi in the back four. A midfield three of Connor Inskip, Jaden Irish, and Gaz Hunt. Markel Cousins out on the left-hand side today. And right on the right, we have Jesus Mendoza, fresh off his 4 goals. He scored his first 4 goals for the club away at Arley United on Saturday afternoon. A great performance by Jesus, and he's been performing greatly all season with performances like that since he's come into the team. But everything just kind of clicked into place for him on Saturday with a great performance and 4 goals to show for it in a 4-2 win away from home at Ardley. And the return of Taylor Winey to the starting 11, who wasn't available on Saturday, he's available today, and he is back up front tonight. On the subs bench, we have Mason Watkins-Clark, Ashley Henry-Brown, Josh Sterniolo, and Justine Greteretz, one of our reserve players who has featured a few times for our first team at the start of the season. He's back in the squad today. So that is the team. Just a reminder: Ollie Leslie, Cameron Hyde, Joe Babbage, Jordan Wright, Kay Stevens, Abby, Connor Inskip, Jaden Irish, Gaz Hunt, Markel Cousins, Taylor Winey, and Jesus Mendoza. We're just waiting for the Potton team. Biggleswade are like they're ready to go, but we're just waiting for the Potton United team. And whilst we wait, I'll give you the 11 for Potton United. So in goal, they have Craig Foxall. Number 2, Alfie Warman. Number 3, Josh Dobson. Number 4, Josh Brown. Number 5, James Smith. Number 6, Fabio Buffalo. Number 7, Matty Harriott. Number 8, Sam Willis. Number 9, Tommy Blenhassett. Number 10, Danny Bulk. And number 14, Captain Callum Wilson. On the subs bench for them, they have Matty Blake. Number 12, number 17, Sam Olowell. Number 18, Charlie Miller. Number 19, Dave Parkinson, former Biggleswade United player, and their reserve goalkeeper, Tyrese Kamara, today. So now it looks like Potton are ready to come out now, and Biggleswade, who have been standing there for the last couple of minutes or so, supposed to be kicking off at 7:45. So it's a little bit of a reminder just to say thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, at Biggleswade United. Before we do get underway, a big thank you to JMB Motorsport for being our men's first team sponsor for the season, VO for being our women's senior team sponsors, Flawless Landscapes for being our reserve team sponsor, and JMB Motorsport being our vets team sponsor, Flawless Landscapes being our reserve team sponsor, as well as Recycling Last being our general sponsor, and Keach Hospice Care for being our ground sponsor. As you can see, the teams are ready to come out now. Just a little reminder of the team for Biggleswade United. So in goal, we have Ollie Leslie, back four, Cameron Hyde, Joe Babish, Jordan Wright, and Kay Stevens Abbey. The midfield, we have Connor Inskip, Jaden Irish, and Captain Gaz Hunt. In the front three, we have Markel Cousins, Taylor Winey, and Jesus Mendoza. Now, of course, in a derby match, they do say form does indeed go out the window. However, just to mention it, currently now Biggleswade United 8th in the Spartan South Divisions League with 46 points, having played 27 matches, and Potton United, who sit in 11th before today, with 44 points, and also played 27. So both teams have a bit of an incentive tonight, because Biggleswade have an opportunity to really go clear of their own rivals and Potton have an opportunity to go above Biggleswade United in the table. Biggleswade United and Potton United both featured in the United Counties League last year before returning to the Spartan South Midlands League this season. The last two matches between the two sides, Potton came up at the top both times. Here at the Teachers Care Stadium, Sam Willis scored. I think Sam Commanders might have sent off in that game in a 1-0 win for Potton. And in the away fixture, Potton won that game 2-1. Goal from Willis and Brinkman. Both of Sam Willis, of course, who starts for Potton United. Brinkman is not here, so I don't think he's with them anymore. But yeah, so in terms of the last couple of games, it's not been pretty for Biggleswade United. But as you mentioned, it's a derby game, and that means one thing: form goes out the window, and it's about who performs the best on the day. And of course, former Biggleswade United coach there, Jimmy Martin, who's of course the manager at Potton United. Good to see a bit show respect from him and Christian before the game with the little handshakes, of course, with the gaffers. Yeah, that's really good to see. And a lot of former faces when these two come to town. One in particular, Dave Bullet Parkinson, as we used to call him here at the Teachers Care Stadium on the bench for Potton United. Used to be Biggleswade United's talisman quite a couple of years back now. In the latter stages of his career now, but still scoring goals and still definitely a danger. And if there's anyone that doesn't need reminding of how much of a threat Dave Parkinson can be, it's probably Christian Collas. So I'm sure he'll know the ability of all the players out there for the opposition, and especially Bullet, who's on the bench tonight for Potton. But for it to be Biggleswade United, they'll be kicking us off. If Taylor Winey over the ball. Let us know where you're watching from as well, of course. We're underway at the Keith Hospice Care Stadium with Biggleswade United in their traditional red and blue home strip, Potton United in their away yellow strip. Gaz Hunt looking for the early ball over the top to Jesus Mendoza. Oh, that's a little quick mistake there from goalkeeper Craig Foxall. They've managed to clear their lines fairly quickly. And now Potton United have managed to get themselves through here for an early chance. What an early save that is from Ollie Leslie to deny Cole Butler, their top goal scorer. And it was an early let-off there for Biggleswade, big time. Guillaume Balaguer says, very exciting evening. This team is in the best moment of the year, ready to complete derby night. I know everybody is looking forward to this. And we have Ryan, the voice of wisdom, in charge of comms. Thank you very much, Guillaume. Of course, our chairman of Biggleswade United, Guillaume Balaguer, with some words of wisdom for the team and also myself, which is great to see. But Biggleswade United have some defending to do, and a very good early save that was from Ollie Leslie to clear the way. It's cleared away by Jordan Wright. It's going to be out of play for a corner again here to Potton. Corner comes in. Gaz is going to get the free kick there. Foul on Gaz Hunt in the box, and it's going to now play there for a goal kick. Mansour says, come on, Biggleswade. Lovely little touchdown there by Taylor, and I think he was kind of hoping Jesus was a bit further forward than that. But it's interesting to see if Taylor and Jesus can kick really well, as well as Markel. And well, we saw how good Markel and Jesus was on Saturday, kicking together. And an only mistake again at the time, Joe Babbage. But in the end, it was actually Cameron Hyde that really saved the centre half there. Now Gaz there with the intercepting the ball here. Not intercepting the ball, sorry, losing the ball. Stanley Bulk on this right-hand side up against Joe Babbage. It's going to be out of play for a goal kick. A few misplaced passes in the early goings for Biggleswade, and in a derby match, you can't afford to be making mistakes like that, but thankfully, they have not been punished. So Leslie with a goal kick. It wasn't the best of goal kicks. It's gone straight out of play for a throw-in. Good play there from Connor Inskip, just muscling the number Josh Brown there off the ball. Lost the momentum, and the ball's gone out of play for a goal kick. And a lot of abuse behind the goal there, really. There's the Potton United fans right behind the goal. Not abuse, but like taunts, of course, which you're going to get in a derby game. It has been the visitors that have been on top for the first 5 minutes so far. Still very early days at the moment. Now it's Marco Cousins. Oh, no, sorry, it's going to be K. Stephen Zabi taking this throw in for Biggleswade. If they can find Cameron on this far side, he's got a lot of space. Although he's gone out to play for a throw in now to Potton. So it's the way, and now it's Marco Cousins out to Gaz. A bit of skill there by Gaz. He's found Jesus, who we know can run with it. It's been intercepted there by Callum Wilson. It's out to play for a throw. And it didn't quite come off there for Marco Cousins. Goal kick. Make sure you, of course, stay subscribed to the Biggleswade United YouTube channel, like their Facebook page, and follow us on Twitch to never miss a live stream. And other content we make as well around the club. Gaz heads it down. He's looking to find Taylor Winey. Couldn't quite get the ball towards him. And now Jordan Wright. It's back with Ollie Leslie. It's out of play for a throw. It's been not quite at it in the early going so far, but as I mentioned, it is still early days in the first 7 minutes of the contest. Babbage gets the ball. He's looking for the flag to be up offside. It is up on Taylor. It's going to be a free kick here to Potton United. Cameron Hyde, Inskip. Irish. That's a lovely pass through there to Markel Cousins. See what, it looks more and more like Markel Cousins is actually at wing back tonight. It looks more and more like possibly the back five is still in play for Biggleswade, with Markel on the right and Cameron Hyde on the left, and the back three maybe being Cade, Joe, and Jordan, with the front two there being Mendoza and Winey and Gaz just behind those two. That's how the shape does look here. Would make a little bit of sense considering, I mean, there's no Milo Keane tonight, unfortunately. So maybe, and Kel and Jesus are on the same side, so that would make me believe maybe Kel is at fullback, but maybe that's just something I'm just, maybe that could well be helping out off the ball, and on the ball, Kel goes through on the attack. But there's just something to look out for there that I will keep you guys updated with, of course. Now it's Jesus Mendoza. Now Jaden Irish, chance to get the ball into the box here for Biggleswade. Keeps it in play. Oh, he hasn't kept it in play. Was unlucky there, Jaden. South play there for a throw. Better there from Jaden Irish. Jordan Wright. Ball comes over the top. Jordan Wright's got some work to do here. Did well there, Jordan Wright. Really in a contest here, Biggleswade, as we expected in a derby game against Potton. Wind's really picking up here as well. I'm curious to know if that's really affecting the play out there. The wind's really picked up here. Decides to go short. Still got possession of the ball. Biggleswade got to try and get this out. Good header away there by Cameron Hyde. Flick on there by Gaz Hunt. And now Taylor looks up. Taylor wants to find Jesus, who is offside. But for me, he did look on, and Jesus was there, ready to make the run. The linesman puts his flag up, and that's just something to look at now, because that would have been very close. I mean, I'm not quite level with the play from where I am, but it certainly looked close. And for me, it'd be worth watching back, because I thought it looked on to me, but I'm not quite sure. I'm sure anyone who rewinds the stream can let me know what they think. Cross coming in. So it's a free header there for Danny Bulk. South play for a goal kick. They need to be a bit more vocal, Biggleswade. You normally hear Jordan Wright being very vocal to his team, and still very early days, but not really hearing much. And all you can really hear with the voices of the Potton United players in the early goings, and they need to start being a bit more louder and braver, vocally and on the ball as well, Biggleswade. Wouldn't rather be letting their football do the talking though, and then he's usually looking for the 1-2 there with Taylor. Let's come back out again. That's Connor Inskip. In skip to Jaden Irish. Taylor's timed his run. Is he on? His flag did stay down. The goalkeeper came up for it, but the flag did stay down. It's Kay Stevens Abbey to Michael Cousins. Jordan Wright had to get that tackle in, and now it's Connor in skip. It's in skip. Look at the fine Jesus Mendoza. Freedom on his right hand side. If he can keep it in play, he has. Jesus Mendoza on his right hand side gets the cross away. It's sure, much better. And there's, to me, like there's a Potton United player who is down. A couple of physios coming on. So number 4, Josh Brown, who's down. It was a strong start by the visitors. They really did try to assert their authority on the game, but without really and getting that probably the best chance of the game so far in the opening minute of the game, with that great strike from Cole Butler, but it was a fantastic save by Ollie Leslie. And Biggleswade have had good periods of possession and good going forward. They haven't really been able to test Craig Foxall as well as they would have liked so far. The early substitution that is for Potton United. Josh Brown not being able to continue. He comes off for number 18, Charlie Miller, who comes on in the space. It definitely looked like an off-the-ball incident there. There wasn't really any collision there from Josh, so hopefully for his own sake that he is okay. Oh, Taylor Street really got a foot onto that. It's all right, though, because now Jesus got it to Taylor. You've got to get the flick onto Jaden Irish. Good defending at the back there from Markel Cousins. And now it's Jesus Mendoza still playing on. His tackle coming in now in skip. The tackles are flying in now. Now it's back with goalkeeper Ollie Leslie. Cleared his lines just about. Jesus has got to win them second balls. Now Biggleswade flicks on here, and Charlie Miller was looking to try and find a way through. It's straight into the gloves of Ollie Leslie. Biggleswade United 0, Potton United 0. They're looking for a penalty there, and referee says no. It was very soft. The fans behind the goal seem to think it was, but they're obviously not coming for that. Of course, it could be dangerous, too far, goal kick. But yeah, definitely wasn't much in that from guys. It was a good decision there by the referee. It's Kay Stevens Abbey to Taylor Winey. He's lost the ball there. Inskip can't quite win it back. It's gone over the top here. Could be dangerous. Leslie had to get that right, and he did well. It's out of play here for a throw, but Biggleswade really at the moment still not finding their rhythm so far in the first 18 minutes of the contest. And that's a ball that Taylor can definitely chase it up against the goalkeeper, who's out of his goal. He's cleared his lines well there, Craig Foxall. It's almost one end to the other at the moment, straight to Craig Foxall in the Potton United goal, to Ollie Leslie in the Biggleswade United goal. It's been one of them games so far. Taylor Wymie wasn't going to find Mendoza with that pass. It's Inskip. Jaden get a bit of luck there with the bounce. Was a good pressure there by Jaden. It certainly does look like Markel Cousins filling in a wing back. It's certainly what it looks like to me. I mentioned it earlier, but it's looking more and more likely that is the case, which is very interesting. Guys, he needs a bit of support here in the middle. He gets the free kick, the position referee. And it's already starting to kick off a little bit now in the halfway. You're going to get in a derby game, tensions are starting to boil, but it could almost be a little bit of a spark that Biggleswade United might need, actually, just to get a little bit of fire in their bellies a little bit. Referee, to be fair, she's taking control of the situation. She stops the right. He's having a word with Jordan Wright to. I'm assuming might have said something to one of the Potton players, but she's given Jordan Wright the yellow cards. Yellow for Jordan Wright, and it's going to be I think a yellow for the Potton United player as well, but I haven't quite got confirmation on who that is. Oh, he's just calling him over now. I think it's the number 8, Sam Willis. So they're both getting a yellow card each there, Sam Willis and Jordan Wright. A bit of consistency there. I do, if there's been an incident there and both players are in the wrong, they both get a yellow card, and you can't not give one and not the other. And it's a good position there, referee. Free kick though over the top. This could be a chance here for Biggleswade. The ball's been allowed to bounce. It's now not quite falling for Joe Babbage. They might be looking for a counter attack here, Potton. The flick on, Cameron High clears away, and now Taylor, who I think might be offside. No, he's not. Taylor Wymie went for the finish himself. It was blocked off, and now Jaden Irish looks to find Taylor. It was just too far for him that time. Goal straight to in the gloves of Craig Foxall in the Potton United goal. Good pressure this from Gaz Hunt. Jaden Irish plays on now. Markel Cousins. It's Cousins. Couldn't quite find Jesus Mendoza. It's going to be a throw-in to Biggleswade United. 22 minutes played. Biggleswade United 0. Potton United 0 in this cagey derby game so far. Not really much between the two sides so far. It's a low cross. which was deflected, so couldn't find Taylor. Going for the long throw here, Biggleswade United. Flick on by Jesus. And cleared away by James Smith. So I think Biggleswade might well be going long here with Markel Cousins again. Jesus managed to get the cross in. It's now Taylor Winey, takes the chest down. Now it's Gaz Hunt. Now it's Inskip. It's Cameron Hyde. We know he can line them up outside the box. Winning them second balls here. Biggleswade got Inskip slipped, and now there's 4 bodies coming up here for this counter attack here for Potton. It's a 3 against 4. He's gone for the shot from distance there, Danny Bolk, but it drifts it wide, and you have to say it was certainly the back was not the right choice there for him. Had another 3 players next to him. Leslie. Skip. Not really clicking for either side at the moment. Andreas said, let's go Biggleswade. Inskip. Struggled a little bit there. 3 players around him. Cameron Hyde was late there. It's going to be a free kick. It's a yellow card for Cameron Hyde. I think that's a little bit harsh there. But it's a yellow card, and a derby game, if you're giving yellow cards for fouls like that, you're going to have quite a few yellow cards in this game, I'd have to think. I mean, it looks like Potton United has stayed down. Already had 1 player come off injured there, Potton. I just want to also quickly add, apologies for any bad language there you might have heard. There's a group of young lads behind the goal. I think are Potton United supporters. In fact, I know they're Potton United supporters. And sometimes if you do hear time abuse, I apologise. Or like some foul language. But this wouldn't be good for the visitors with 2 players coming off injured. If that is the case, it is Sam Willis. I think he'll be okay to continue. Potton temporarily going to be down to 10 men here. So go to attack this corner, and Biggleswade will be looking to defend it. Taylor Winey stays up for Biggleswade United. I think he is going to come back on the pitch. It comes in, it's cleared away by Cameron Hyde. Gaz Hunt. Ball back now. Still down to 10 temporarily. They're now. She waves him back on now. That ball's going to be out of play for a throw-in to Biggleswade. 28 minutes played. Half is flying by so fast. Biggleswade United nil. A game, so very few chances, I have to be said. Shot from distance there for Potton. It's Callum Wilson. It was a great save by Lee Leslie. That's Babbage to Cameron Hyde. Jaden Irish. Going to be a free kick there. Biggleswade United here with the free kick. It's a poor clearance. It's a poor pass there from Joe Babbage. Straight to back to Potton. And a lot of bodies up here for forward as well. Cameron Hyde's got to come back and help his team here a little bit. Shot's cleared though by Jordan Wright now. At the moment, they just can't seem to find any second balls at the moment here. Biggleswade. Good defended there by Cameron Hyde. Put his lines there really well. Goal kick. Andrea said it's time to win, absolutely. Away. Flag's going to be up there for offside. On Tommy for Potton. In skip. A lot of pressure. Okay, Stephen Zabby. Ollie Leslie. The shot from distance again. It's saved again this time for Ollie Leslie. They're getting closer and closer. The substitute there, Charlie Miller. And Biggleswade United really have to try and hold their nerve really in the next 15 minutes, because at the moment it is the visitors who are on top. And I don't know if it's a freshening tactic or something definitely has to be freshened up here for Biggleswade United, because it's not going their way at the moment. It is still 0-0 though, and it's Jesus Mendoza. It will be a counter-attacking opportunity perhaps that could get Biggleswade in behind. It's Jaden Irish. Cameron Hyde. He's been intercepted there by Charlie Miller for Potton. A lot of players back here for Biggleswade. Cleared by Jaden Irish, but it's going to come back to Potton again. So it's just from Charlie Miller, and it's again caught by Ollie Leslie, who I have to say has been the best player for Biggleswade United so far. We've made 3 or 4 top saves to keep the score on to level terms, and Kay Stevens Abbey kind of summing up the early pressure there for Potton and the early I don't really know how to describe it from a Biggleswade United perspective. It's just not really got going so far in the opening 33 minutes of this contest, and Jordan Wright clears the way. Ball's going out of play there for a throw-in. the biggest positive I can say for Biggleswade so far is that it is still 0-0, which means that, of course, the game is still very much in the balance, which I'm sure Christian will be delighted about after this opening half an hour, with most of the pressure coming from the visitors so far. It's coming late there, but the referee's played the advantage, and now it could well be in on goal here, and he's blitzed it over the bar. That's a huge opportunity there. Joe Babbage lost his footing, and Joe Babbage also wanted a free kick there, which wasn't given by the referee. And it was the number 10, Danny Bold, that went in behind, and it's gone over the bar. And it's another missed opportunity here for the visitors, and another let-off here for Biggleswade United. The referee, I think, is going to try maybe not put it back, but he's going to have a word for the foul in the build-up. No yellow card given for that. But it's not really going Biggleswade United's way. It is still only 0-0. But however, something just doesn't seem right in this first half so far for Biggleswade. They've got themselves a free kick here on the halfway. In skip. There's Norris. Can they get that rhythm going here, Biggleswade? Okay, Stevens Abbey. Now in skip to Markel Cousins. Throw into Potton. Numbers on play there. Now Jesus Mendoza. Gaz almost tried a little dummy there, but there was no one behind him really there. So now it's Leslie with the run back for that one. Now it's Joe Babbage. And it's a mistake there, and Taylor could try and latch onto this now. It's Taylor Winey. She was covered well there by Alfie Woolman. And back to the Potton United goalkeeper. Good pressing there from Markel Cousins, and Taylor stayed up here as well as Markel. Defended well there by the fullback. It's a little bit better from Biggleswade United. Just a little bit quicker to the ball there, Markel Cousins. He did well. And now it's Jesus Mendoza. Mendoza gets the ball into. That's Jaden Irish. Now Taylor Winey. Or he looked to line it up outside the box. Now Connor Inskip might. It's just wide of the post, but a bit more encouraging there from Biggleswade in the last couple of minutes. Goal kick there. Managed to get through with Potton, but Biggleswade back on the ball now. Jesus can chase this one as well. Then Jesus Mendoza. The keeper did well there. The Babbage has work to do. He's headed away. Gaz couldn't clear his lines. Flipped over Jordan Wright, and they've got bodies up here, but Jordan's managed to clear away this time. Taylor's got to try and chase this ball now. Taylor Winey got the ball back down now through to Markel Cousins. Now Jesus Mendoza, this is better. Jaden Irish brought it down. That's got to be a free kick. It is. That's much better from Biggleswade United. Quicker tempo, faster on the ball, little tipper-tapper passes. And an opportunity from this set piece potentially to take the lead. Neither side haven't played each other yet, with the match at the Hollow 2 weeks away as well. Cross coming in. Now Mendoza! The volley, it's wide. But after his finishing on Saturday, you would have fancied him from outside the box there. Yeah, both Biggleswade and Potton haven't played each other yet in the league. With this game, the home match, I believe, was postponed back in December due to the horrible weather, which had multiple games in this league called off around that time. And yeah, at the end of the month, we will be travelling away from home, another midweek one away to Potton United at the Hollow. This is round one, though, of this derby tonight. Inskip, Jaden Irish. Lovely ball, that's better from that's Cameron Hyde on this left-hand side, right-hand side, sorry, cross coming in, it's headed away. Inskip winning the ball back now. It's now Kay Stevens Abbey to Markel Cousins. Now Jaden Irish. This is much better from Biggleswade now. Gaz Hunt looks to find Taylor Winey, who is scored, but the flag's going to be up for offside. It's a great finish by Taylor. But he didn't quite time his run there, and the flag's going to be up there for offside. Much better from Biggleswade the last 10 minutes or so. There's a chance there for Taylor to get his 37th goal of the season. Which scored against Potton last season in a 2-1 defeat away from home last season. We are firing here to Biggleswade United. 5 minutes to go before half time. It's Biggleswade United 0, Potton United 0. Right, clears away. It's now Inskip finding Cameron Hyde. He's got a lot of space on this left-hand side. It's Hyde. Goes back to Kay Stevens Abbey. Looking to find Taylor Winey in behind here. Can't quite get between the two centre halves there. Jesus. Now it's Gaz Hunt with Markel Cousins. Now Gaz Hunt. This comes out wide to Cameron Hyde. Low cross in, it's deflected through. And it's straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Now we're seeing a few mistakes in the back line of Potton, so that's interesting to see how Biggleswade can react to this. Now Markel Cousins, Jaden Irish. They find Markel Cousins on the overlap now. Markel Cousins on his right-hand side. It's Markel Cousins. His dancing feet couldn't quite get through. It's now Gaz Hunt. With the cross, it's been blocked off. A brilliant play there for Markel Cousins defensively, but then he's been shrugged off straight after. Now Jaden Irish, better from Jaden Irish. Can't quite keep the ball though. Now Jordan Wright clears his line as well. Now it's Gaz Hunt. To Mendoza. Mendoza. To Markel Cousins. His body's up there as well for the cross. Looking to find Cameron Hyde. It's headed away. Cameron Hyde wins the ball back. This is better now from Biggleswade. It took them about 25 minutes, half an hour to get going, but now they're really pushing on for every ball now, Biggleswade. There's a poor one there from Jaden. Apologises for it. An interesting contest, really, and I mentioned it has been very cagey. The game with very few chances, and it was Potton really that was really putting the pressure on Biggleswade in the opening half an hour. But the last 15 minutes or so, you're seeing the opposite. Biggleswade United really putting the pressure back onto Potton. But we're still at a stalemate. Of course, Taylor Winey had the ball in the back of the net, but the flag was up for offside. So we're into the final minute of the first half. No free hit there. It says the referee, cross coming in. This could be dangerous. Cleared by Cameron Hyde. Taylor Winey. White. Get through. And now it's Taylor Winey. Good play by Taylor. Plays it out wide now to Gaz Hunt. He's got Cameron Hyde here on a potential overlap. Right behind him. He's found the cross through, and it's straight into the gloves of Craig Foxall. He's looking to find Taylor Winey there. Didn't quite find him. Very cagey game, a little bit like the match last Tuesday against Train. DM says, good end to the half. We keep the ball better. Pressure is better. And we take the extra pass that opens them up. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I've been saying. And Gaz, just as we said that, Gaz gives away the ball. Jordan Wright here has got to get this one right. He rarely gets them wrong, to be fair. And he gives his team the throw in, or at least he should do, and he does. Added time in the first half. Norris Mendoza, Taylor Winey here. They've got to get this right here, Potton. Craig Foxall did so well there, their goalkeeper, because they've been under a lot of pressure there from Taylor Winey, and now Casey Benzabi under a lot of pressure. Let's put the tackle in here. The referee's play on. Cross coming in, blocked off there by Jordan Wright. It's really a game that's going end to end at the moment. Potton United players stayed down. Crossing the box, it's cleared away. He's back on his feet now. Jesus can chase. Brilliant chasing down there by Jesus Mendoza, and he's won his team the throw in. They're going to try and take this quickly as well. He's not allowing that. I think he's pulling it back here. Just talking to there to Kay Stevens Abbey. Throw a free. Chetzel watch for the first time in the game. Good pressing down there by Jesus. The ball's going to have to play there for a goal kick. We did have a couple of Potton United players go down injured, and one who did actually get substituted off. So we probably will have a good few minutes added time. We're still all to play for going into the second half, with neither side really dominating the game so far. It's been a fairly even contest. Is the half-time whistle. It's been a cagey derby so far between Biggleswade United and Potton United. Ollie Leslie had to make some great saves early on to deny Danny Bulk to keep the score at 0-0. Taylor Winey also had the ball in the back of the net, but the flag was up for offside. So there's been chances for either side, but overall it's been quite a cagey affair between two sides. Only 1 point between them in the league, and of course with a derby game, form goes out the window. But they're two relatively well-matched teams, and it'll be really interesting to see what happens in the second half. So do not go anywhere. We're on for a big second half here, and for Biggleswade United, they found themselves in a real cagey game at Tring last week and won in the 90th minute. Will it be similar? We'll have to wait and see. Big thank you before we go off for our half-time break to all of our sponsors. We'd like to thank Winchmore Brickwork for being our men's first team sponsor, VO for being our women's senior team sponsor, Flawless Landscapes for being our reserve team sponsor, J&B Motorsport for being our vets team sponsor, Circular Lines for being our general sponsor, and the Detail Solicitor for being a ground sponsor. We'll be back for the start of the second half, so do not go anywhere.
Today, it's Biggleswade United Day. I'll tell you why. In fact, let me get somebody else to tell you.
So in print, your Biggleswade pictures, images are ready. So come through, you can have a look.
Let's go. Hello, everyone. Massive place.
I'm going to show you more about what's going on and everything and all that.
So, that's the...
Yeah. That's how the wall.
Yeah.
I select the bone and then put on the meat. This is the quality.
Uh-huh.
Then the best quality, fuel. This is the fuel.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. What now?
You want the cricket? No, we got it right. We got it right. Can I feel useful? Yeah. Thank you. See, I'm helping now.
Welcome to the changing room of the home team, Biggleswade United.
What do we think? What do we think?
Very good.
Oh, you're on twice. Let me see. Once. Twice. So are you, Tracy? Once. Twice.
Now I thought the other mural could actually go somewhere that reminds the players that they are the club, but they're not just there on their own. Let me show you. There.
He is also here.
Hello from Biggleswade Market in the Market Square. Mr. Branson's in town, so I just place it for you. But look what they've got in the front. Our shirt. Come inside with me. You've got everything you need here. All the sporting gear, and not just sporting gear. Where is the corner? We've got the shirt here at the front. Doesn't it look great? But let's find out if we're actually selling any of it. How is it going?
It's going very well, thank you.
Are we selling anything?
We are.
Are we?
We've sold quite a few tops, but I need some bigger sizes.
All right.
Double XLs, even 3XL.
Okay.
All the big men round here. Been asked quite a few times. And scarves, hats.
Oh yes.
And then I can make a big display for you.
Brilliant. We're getting all that. You're hiding. Well, this is great news. So I'll sort all that out. I'll talk to the right people.
No, that's one of the things. I have people, customers coming in here asking when the matches are on and if they're playing today, and I'm like,
Just say
have you got a list? Have you got a list?
we've got that. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. there's a game on.
Okay.
Every Sunday, 2 p.m. there's a women's game on. But I'll give you a lifter for that. So this is great.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank
Well,
you
we
very
just
much.
want more stock, so then I can do more of a display for you.
We'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's all
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Let's
Bye-bye.
go and win the game.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Look at that. Isn't that brilliant? There it is. Come on, Biggleswade.
Just waiting the team to come out. So Potton will be out first. Shortly followed by Biggleswade United. Big second half coming up. Keep Hospice Care Stadium. So we saw some positives from Biggleswade United and for Potton, but for both sides there in that first half. But as I said, neither side really being able to control the midfield at the moment, and I think we can try and get Jaden Irish and Gaz a little bit more on the ball. Allow the forwards really Markel Cousins, who's playing a bit of a deeper role tonight by the looks of it. Maybe he can get a bit more freedom in the second half and try and go a bit more further forwards with Jesus Mendoza and Taylor Riley. Of course, we'll get a bit more of an insight with us being a bit closer to this left-hand side, just to see whether we are hanging a 5 or a 4 at the back. It'll be Potton United that'll be kicking us off for the start of the second half. Referee just counting. Potton get us back underway here at the Keith Hospice Care Stadium. It's Michael Cousins. So down there, John and Wright did well. It's a high boot there, I think, there, but Potton's going to be a free kick to Biggleswade United. Did well there, Jesus. Made the keeper work for that. In fact, he's made the goalkeeper get out and play for a throw. Brilliant work right there once again by Jesus Mendoza. That's corner in skip. Jesus Mendoza. Another throw in here to Biggleswade. They've started this half really well so far. Right now, but straight with Connor Inskip. Inskip goes for goal himself, and it wasn't far off. The goalkeeper was off his line. But really encouraging there from Connor Inskip. Goal kick. Good pressure in the air from Taylor Winey against Alfie Warman. Of course, going to go straight out of play though for a throw into Potton on the far side. Unhandle, referee says no. Casey Mazavi's got the wrong side there. Markel Cousins takes his defensive duties well. We'll get that second ball there, Jaden. It's in skip. Mazavi, Taylor Winey's on side as well if he can get here. Against the goalkeeper, it's Taylor Winey, and he went for the acrobatics there. He had a lot more time on his hands there than I think he realised. He almost went for the spectacular there, but they went straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper, Craig Foxall. Cameron Hyde to Taylor Winey. It's Gaz Hunt. And to find Jesus Mendoza. Keeper's under a lot of pressure there, but he's managed to get there. Bit of help there from his defender who was covering well. This is a much better start to this second half for Biggleswade compared to the start of the first half for sure. The intensity's up. Starting this second half, just how they finished the first. Finding more space to run into. Cameron Hyde, defensive duties well. No free kicks, says the referee. Now it's Jesus Mendoza. And Gaz Hunt. Looking to find Taylor Winey, who's onside. Keeper's out of his goal as well. It's Taylor Winey. Got options. He's taking his. Oh, Taylor Winey, what's he done there? The defense done just about enough to put him off there, but Inskip was almost would have been a way there to finish up a tap in there. I think he almost overthought it a little bit there, Taylor Winey. Throw into Biggleswade United. That's a decent throw there. Taylor Winey, it's just too far for him. Go in there from Jordan Wright. Cameron Hyde couldn't quite keep that in play. And Skip. Oh, it's just too far there. Straight to the goalkeeper, Craig Foxall. He's got some work to do here. Did well there, Kay Stevens. Zabby pulls out a play there for a throw. Markel Cousins. Stevens Abbey here with a throw. Too high for Markel. Apologies for any bad language there you might have heard. And Solly Leslie under a bit of pressure. Through now to Joe Babbage. It's Babbage. It's Cameron Hyde. Now Joe Babbage. I'll play once again now for a throw-in for the visitors. Going right. The front, Jesus Mendoza. Did well there with his pressing against the goalkeeper there, Mendoza. Brilliant from Cade. Marco Cousins. Good pressing there from Jaden. Two players pulling each other's weight here. And now Jesus can run in behind here. It's Mendoza. It's defended well back there by Fabio Buffalo. And now it's Mendoza. And that's going to be a corner. From that, Jesus Mendoza. I think he was really up against it there, Jesus, and he did really well. I think there wasn't really much else he could have won apart from a corner in that situation. So in that sense, yeah, he's done his job well there to win the corner. And it's an opportunity from this set piece for Biggleswade United. 55 minutes played, still 0-0. Cross coming in, it's just below Jordan Wright. Shot from Taylor Winey goes over the bar. Some big games coming up, but this, of course, is one of the biggest for Biggleswade United, local derby against Potton United. We've also got Sempan Tillerman, who we narrowly lost to around a month ago now, away from home. Well, they come to Biggleswade, they come to town, to Keach Hospice Care Stadium this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. So make sure you get on down to support the lads on Saturday. And then next Tuesday, another live match on for the live stream. It's Biggleswade United versus Wisborough Rangers, once again here at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium. And two teams I just mentioned that are still in amongst and close to Biggleswade in the table. Potton United, one of them below Biggleswade United, but still close in terms of points. It's a real close league for the teams that are highly competitive, and it's as you're seeing in this match, relatively well matched. Jordan Wright. So Ollie Leslie. Jordan Wright had to chase that to make sure that wasn't going out for a corner. Casey Mazabi. There's some pressing to do. That's going to be a yellow card there for Tanner Milson for giving the ball away. Not giving away the ball. It's not good. Not giving the ball away. For kicking the ball away. As Michael Cousins, Gaz Hunt, Dave Nourish. Gaz Hunt was unlucky there. He saw what he was trying to do. Apologies there if the camera wasn't quite where we wanted it to be. Jaden Irish. He's better from Biggleswade now. Couldn't find the out ball there. Right there from Jordan Wright, Marco Cousins. Mendoza, Jaden Irish. Before I keep it there now, it's in to get Markel's offside. He couldn't go for it. But it's been a much better second half so far for Biggleswade compared to the first. The tempo and intensity have been very much increased. And Mendoza's done well there, but mistake at the back, and that's Jesus Mendoza back close. Taylor Winey surely couldn't quite get there. Now it's Cameron Hyde to Taylor Winey. Oh, he's put it wide. There's a chance there for Taylor Winey, and he's put it wide to the post. Still 0-0, and fancy of putting that away this season, it'd be Taylor Winey, but he's going through a little bit of a tough pouch at the moment. Marco Cousins. Really lovely moving back with Jaden Irish, who finds Gaz Hunt. His body's up here as well. It's Gareth Hunt on his left-hand side. The Biggleswade United cuts inside. Chris goes for the shot. What a finish from Gareth Hunt! A fantastic strike from Gaz Hunt! Fantastic finish! Incredible! I'm running out of adjectives. What a finish from Gaz Hunt. Caught the goalkeeper off his line. And what a finish from Captain Gaz Hunt. I want to say that's his second goal of the season, I want to say. Got his first at Bovington in the Cup. That's definitely his first league goal of the season. And it was a captain's finish from Gaz Hunt with an absolute screamer of a finish there. That'll be worth watching back on the video alone. And Biggleswade United have the lead in the derby. It's Biggleswade United 1, Potton United 0. And I have to say, based on the opening 15 minutes of this second half, it's been very much deserved from Biggleswade. It's Biggleswade United 1, Potton United 0. And Biggleswade, it's all about getting that second goal now. Being in control of the game. Haven't beaten Potton United in the last 4 attempts. Good to put that right here today. A little flick on Taylor. Oh, he flags up. Growing into the game in the second half, Biggleswade. What a win this will be. There's still very much a lot of football still to be played. We've got still just under half an hour left to play. Say Stevens Abbey. Abbey's defending to do here. He's under pressure. So defended, and now Biggleswade with Potton having to chase the game. Mike Blau holds them behind now. It's Cameron Hyde to Taylor Winey. Jesus is in acres of space on this right-hand side. They can find him. Jaden Irish sees him. Now it's Jesus Mendoza. It's Mendoza for Biggleswade. Shot is well blocked. And it's going to be a throw-in for Biggleswade United. Jaden Irish. Markel Cousins. Cousins to Stephen Zabby. Now Inskip. Again, the pass is thrown again. Now Biggleswade. That's a great pass in behind to Cameron Hyde. Just too far. Unlucky from Connor Inskip. But the football being played right now for Biggleswade is great. Inskip. Aiden Irish. No foul, says the referee. It's back now with Biggleswade. Free kick to Biggleswade United. Free kick here for Biggleswade United. This Gaz Hunt over it. Is he going to cut the goalkeeper out again there? He went for it, Gaz Hunt. Well, he's had one. Why not? That was very much, well, I saw about 40 yards out there from Gaz Hunt, wide of the post. Well, he does like to bring out the long shot spectaculars, Gaz, at least once a season. Seen a couple in my time here, but that's definitely got to be up there for one of the best goals I've seen him score for sure. The angle of the strike as well. Now Jesus can chase here. Either managed to get there just before Jesus, but Potton haven't had an answer so far for this pressure in this second half on Biggleswade. It's been excellent, absolutely excellent. I'm sure Christian had a few choice words at half time. As much as the tempo did improve in that last 10 minutes, that first half an hour was not up to the standard that we like to set ourselves. And Jesus Mendoza is going to keep this ball on as well. Jesus Mendoza looking to find Taylor Winey. It's just too far for him. As unlucky there from Jesus. He did exceptionally well to get there. It was just too far for Taylor. That's back out here with Biggleswade. Apologies for any bad language you might have heard. It's a bit of play there. Taylor's been shrugged off though. And then away by two of them rights. He's got some chasing to do here. Brilliant chasing Jesus, really never really gives up on the ball. Jesus Mendoza, absolutely fantastic work rate. And Fabio Buffalo that time just couldn't keep up with him and had to just let the ball go out of play for a throw. That's Michael Cousins. Gaz Hunt. Not sure if he meant that Gaz there, but almost nearly found the pass there to say that I was shrugged off. Michael Cousins heads away. And Cousins. Jaden Irish. Jordan Wright. That's Mendoza. Right, keep the ball there now. Jordan Wright's got some defending to do here. He went for the shot early. The number 9, Tommy Plenahasset. Cousins. They can't allow him time and space on the ball here. Biggleswade shot from distance, and it's gone well wide. A few cheers from the crowd after that one. And it's going to be a goal kick. 68 minutes played. It's Biggleswade United 1, Potton United 0 in the B1040 derby here in Biggleswade. Ollie Leslie there with the goal kick. Flicked on there by Gaz. Jaden Irish. Jesus. Slip from Markel Cousins. He's onto the ball now. It's Markel Cousins for Biggleswade United. Cuts inside once, maybe twice. Goes for the strike. Whoa, side netting. A couple people thought that was in. It would have been a great finish. I think Derek, bless him, behind the goal there. Thought that was in from the other side there, but side netting, and it was even a deflection. It's going to be a corner to Biggleswade United. Jesus Mendoza over this free kick. 20 minutes of the 90 to go. Biggleswade look on top, but they want to get that second goal for a bit more security. It's Jesus Mendoza over the corner. Cross coming in. Defended well now by Potton. And they've got bodies up here as well. Mendoza again. Excellent play by Jesus Mendoza. Incy it. Mendoza. He fit this team like an absolute glove. He really has. Danny Miller for the visitors. A rare attack for them in this second half. Defended out by Jordan Wright. About Jordan Wright with the lights. But it just keeps the pressure off a little bit off. In this 10th derby game, that's taken a moment of absolute magic from the feet of Gareth Hunt, the Biggleswade United captain, that separate these two sides. The referee's pulled that back. It has hit the referee in the build-up. It's going to be a drop ball. Team Zabi, Jesus Mendoza. Marco Cousins. Gaz Hunt to Markel Cousins. Be another throw in at the moment. It's all going Biggleswade United's way. They're well on top at the moment. Now it's Taylor Winey. That was a great throw by Markel Cousins. Now it's Mendoza. He deserves a goal. And it's saved. Well saved there by Craig Foxall and his team in the game now. Joe Babbage ahead has gone backwards. You have to deal with that. He's done well. It's going to be out of play here. And looks like we're going to be getting a very familiar face here at Biggleswade United to be coming on. with looks like an extra striker coming on for Potton United. James Smith coming off for number 19, Dave Parkinson. Dave Parkinson coming on, the former Biggleswade United talisman, now at Potton. And he's coming on to try and do a job and try and get his team back in this game. Parkinson. Well defended here. Has to be, the try is never going to be a penalty for that. That's Taylor Winey. The flip onto Mendoza. If he can get there. Not quite be the full by that time. Skip. To find Gaz Hunt. Away. Now it's Jaden Irish. A little touchdown. Taylor Winey. He's timed his run. I thought he timed his run to perfection there. Linesman says offside. That certainly looked close to me. Jordan Wright, very close to bullet. I'm sure he knows just how lethal he can be. Was in training with him for a good couple years here at Biggleswade United. Cross is dangerous. It's caught by Ollie Leslie. That's Markel Cousins. Chasing to do here against Vauxhall. It's not quite cleared there from the goalkeeper. It's out of play here for a throw. Now Biggleswade United will be getting the change here, and I'm quite surprised it's Jesus Mendoza, but he's worked his absolute socks off, and Marco Cousins gives him the applause. Fantastic performance here for Jesus Mendoza. He comes off in place of number 15, Josh Sterniolo, so an extra man in midfield. Extra man in midfield, but great performance by Jesus Mendoza. We'll get his plaudits, and even a couple of the players there clapping for his performance. His work rate's been absolutely exceptional. Couldn't get on the score sheet today. Of course, got 4 on Saturday, but a fantastic performance from him as well today. Just the pressure he puts on defenders, really, at this level. Feels like a bit of a class above Jesus Mendoza at times with his pressing ability, for sure. And it's how to play here. It's going to be a corner to Biggleswade's now, with 15 minutes of the 90 still to play. I think Josh has gone into defence, and which allows Markel further forwards. It's going to be a corner here for Biggleswade United. It's at the back post, came all the way through. Jordan Wright couldn't get his laces through it. It's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be another change here for Biggleswade, with Gaz Hunt, the goal scorer, coming off for Mason Watkins-Clark. I think they were supposed to be making the changes together there. Gaz Hunt comes off, Mason Watkins-Clark comes on. So an extra man in the defence, which will then put Josh back into midfield. In no rush from the substitute, as you can rightly see. As Hunt takes his time, the referee's going to have a word there. It's gamesmanship at the highest level, you'll see.
Boys, first and second,
Watkins Clark, we know he'll get his head onto everything he can. So Babbage. He did brilliantly well there. Now Stanillo. Watkins Clark, who actually looks to be slotting into midfield, similar to how he was away at Ardley when he came on. That's Josh. We're looking to win this. That's Watkins Clark who does. In Skip. Got to get his head onto that Dayton Irish now. Oh, Watkins Clark does fantastically well, but he's also giving away the free kick. Got to stay concentrated now, Biggleswade United. Free kick comes in. Justin got his head onto it. Babbage there, it is. It's going to be a throw in. To Potton. He's coming in, head of the way. In inside his own half here if he can win this. We'll let the ball bounce here and they could find themselves in some space. It's clean again now by Biggleswade. As we enter the final 10 minutes of the 90. Biggleswade managing this game well, but Potton now, as you'd expect, getting further and further up, which allows spaces in behind. Greg Fossil looks like he's going to get hold of that well, he did. It's going to be up against Taylor Winey. Watkins Clark heads away. Michael Cousins is going to be offside. He isn't now. Oh, it's just a bit awkward here for Ollie. He did well. He's caught it well. Ollie Leslie. It's a big last 9 minutes here for Biggleswade United. If they can hold out and potentially get a second, that would be 3 wins on the bounce. 3 wins in 7 days, in fact. It would be a real big result, this. Watkins Clark. Taylor, I think, was offside there. Right. So, did well there. Of course, this is dangerous. Head of the way by Jordan Wright. They want it to be looked at. Referee said no penalty. It's going to have to play there for a goal kick. I don't think there was anything in that. Apologies there for any bad language you might have heard there from behind the goal. The camera did pick it up. I have to say the referee, he hasn't put a foot wrong tonight so far. With around 8 minutes to go. It's probably been one of the better refs we've had here. Controlled the game really well. Any instances she's dealt with and spoke to all the players properly. And I'm saying all this because in the majority of the matches I've watched here, the referee hasn't been able to even do the majority of the basics. That's what I'm comparing it to, really. Full credit. Taylor Winey now. That's Watkins Clark. Lovely touchdown there by Watkins Clark. Taylor Winey. It's away. It's going to be another throw in. 7 minutes of the 90 still to play. It's Biggleswade United 1, Potton United goal. Goal courtesy of captain Gaz Hunt. Fantastic finish by Gaz. It was an awkward angle, but he caught the goalkeeper off guard. Off his line, I should say. Now it's Jaden Irish. Taylor's going to be able to chase this one down. Keeper's come out almost run half length of the pitch to clear that one away. Okay, Stephen Zabi there defending brilliantly. He couldn't quite find the pass to Marco Cousins. Watkins Clark, Taylor Winey, who's onside. Wow. And now the flag's up. No, it's goal kick, sorry. But yeah, Taylor was onside there. It's 5 minutes of the 90 to play, and it stands Biggleswade United will be holding on for a big 3 points in this derby game. It's not exactly been pretty at times, but in the derby game it isn't always. And it's about finding that moment of brilliance. And so far, that moment of brilliance has come from Gaz Hunt, who, as it stands, is the match winner. Kept the ball in play. It down, clear the way by Casey and Zabi before Parkinson could get onto the ball. Watkins Clark, brilliant tackling. That's why he's been brought on. Watkins Clark, absolutely fantastic cameo from him so far. Markel, found his run. Jordan Gerald watching on there, hanging in there like the number 6 shorts to my face. Yeah, definitely are indeed, JJ. Couple changes now for Potton. Danny Bolt coming off. I didn't quite get who it was. A couple of substitutions on the left here for Potton United. I think that was a foul throw there. I saw throw's being retaken. Brilliant defending back there by Taylor Winey, helping out his team. 2.5 minutes left of the 90 still to play. It's a big last couple of minutes. I can't emphasise that enough for Biggleswade. I can get this result over the line. Long throw in from Potton. It could be dangerous. Still not away. Cameron High clears away. Danilo with the flick on now. And Markel Cousins, if he can catch the goalkeeper of his line here, it's Markel Cousins looking to find through to Taylor Winey. Can they finish it off here? Biggleswade, it's Taylor Winey. Oh, he's lashed it wide. It's not been his day today, Taylor Winey, at all. And they want to make the substitution, but the Potton have played it out way too quickly for them to be able to do that. Danilo wins the ball back now. It's Watkins Clark now. Connor Inskip. Inskip to Jaden Irish. Under a lot of pressure, he's being fouled. Referee free kick, good decision. Foul there by Matty Blake on Jaden Irish, and now it's a chance for the change. And Ashley Henry Brown coming on for Connor Inskip. It's another defensive change, but Ashley Henry Brown, who's done really well since coming into this team, must have back up to Cameron High, but he can play midfield. He can play in defence as well. Biggleswade United are seconds now into the last minute of the 90. He's taking the free kick here. Taylor goes up to the sides. And message here from our chairman, Guillaume Ballagate. Another superb display of game management. Thank you again to the squad for their immense respect for the club and the love of the game. It's brilliant to see how they play for each other. Absolutely. It's a great group of lads we have here at Biggleswade United, and the circumstances you're mentioning as well. Absolutely. The togetherness of the team is absolutely superb. It's Ashley Henry Brown now. It's coming in. It could be dangerous. Parkinson. Got him right, and Babbage has got it away. It's not only as far. It's headed away now. We're into stoppage time now. And shot from distance is deflected, and it's into the gloves of Ollie Leslie, who's going to take his time with this. The referee's going to have a word, but he'll get a bit of a boost from behind the goal. But I think in this circumstances, he won't really care. Throw. Oh, it was a poor pass here. Oh, and Markel Cousins went for the lashing there, and he skipped the ball as well. Still not away here for Biggleswade. It's now Parkinson. It's now cleared away. Rain's really started to pick up here. And now Taylor Winey, who can't be offside. He's running from a... How is that offside? Oh, this could be dangerous. It's in! It's 1-1, and Potton have the equaliser in stoppage time. Oh, I can't believe it. And it's kicking off as well between Jordan Wright and somebody else. But Potton United have found a way to equalise, and it's 1-1 here at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium. They were hanging on the last few minutes. I still haven't quite picked up who scored. Danny Bennett has it over it. And it's a late equaliser here at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium for the visitors. It's heartbreaking for us. But it's 1-1 here at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium. And Taylor Wiley's going for goal. Oh, seems like a bit of a waste there. Straight back out, and it allows Potton to put the pressure on. Nice. The referee stops it here. There's a player down here for Biggleswade. It's Mason Watkins-Clark. Ray Reese having a word with one of the linesmen. And it's going to be a drop ball by the looks of it. Oh, for so long, it looked like Biggleswade United had the match run courtesy of Gaz Hunt. I'd say the second half, Biggleswade certainly edged it, and the goal almost came out of nothing. But the last 10 minutes or so, they have been pushing Potton, which couldn't quite. That's Danilo. Kept it in play. Markel Cousins ran into the away dugout there. It's going to be a throw in here to Potton. Don't want to lose it now. That is the full-time whistle. It's a point for Biggleswade United, but it will feel like a defeat after being in front for so long, and full credit to the team. They've done so well, but they just could not quite hold on against a Potton United team that just couldn't quite quit for us. It was a feisty affair, as it always here is in the B1040 derby, but Potton United have got themselves a point on the road against Biggleswade United, and they celebrate it here like they've won the Champions League final. But nonetheless, a good game of football. A few ugly scenes at times, but you're going to get that in some derby games. It was an even game, I'd say, in the first half. Second half, I thought Biggleswade edged it, but Potton found the way to get that equaliser in stoppage time. It's damning, but one thing that we should mention it is unbeaten now in 4 matches for Biggleswade United, with 2 draws and 2 wins in the last 4. Couldn't quite hold on here tonight, and it will definitely feel like a loss, but it is a point for Biggleswade United here. Being celebrated like a victory for Potton, almost celebrated like it feels like a defeat here for Biggleswade United after being in front, as I mentioned, majority of the second half. But they must not dwell on it. It's been a good performance nonetheless. And another big game on Saturday. Make sure you head on down to the Kitos Biscay Stadium. We're at home to St. Pantelimon. Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. We'll be live on Twitter Spaces for that one. And a reminder to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors, and that they are indeed Winchmore Brickwork for being the men's first team sponsor, J&B Motorsports for being our vets team sponsor, Flawless Landscapes for being our reserve team sponsor, TVO for being our women's senior team sponsor, and Recycling Lines for being our general sponsor, and of course Kitos Biscay for being our ground sponsor. So to wrap it up for me, I will have a post-match with Christian Collas after we wrap up here. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back, as I mentioned, Saturday on Twitter Spaces at Biggleswade GTD to never miss a Twitter Spaces and also any updates from the club. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back for the next one. Take care, stay safe, and very good performance from Biggleswade United, particularly in that second half, but they just couldn't quite hold on to that lead. It's unfortunate, but it's still a point, and it's another point in what has been a promising season for Biggleswade United. It's finished here in the derby. Biggleswade United won, Potton United won.